Okay. Okay. So we want to look at how the food industry influence the nutrition and health. Okay. Macam mana dia influence cara kita makan, and secara tak langsung dia akan mempengaruhi the consumer's health. Okay. So what happened is that the food industry, they have given us a food supply so plentiful, so variety, macam-macam, and also at the same time inexpensive, of course, because they want to get a profit. I mean, people will buy the inexpensive food compared to the expensive food. Okay, so this food supply, okay, is so abundant, and actually when we look at, especially in terms in Malaysia, the food supply is very abundant, and then it contains enough to feed everyone in the world, okay, in the country, in Malaysia, nearly twice over, even after export are considered. Okay. So this abundant food supply combined with the society that is so affluent that most people nowadays can say that they can afford to buy more food than they need. They stage for the competition for the food company. If you look at in terms of the boba, macam-macam. Kalau you pergi dekat Subang tu, ada one area ni, semua ada tiger lah, apa entah yang jual boba tu, memang berderet kedai-kedai dia. Okay, because kita banyak sangat food supply of sugar murah je kat Malaysia ni, and then rakyat kita pun memang sangat kaya untuk beli makanan. So it becomes the stage of competition among the food company, and the food industry will compete fiercely for every dollar spent on food. And what happened that these food companies will expand extraordinary resources in order to develop and market product that will sell. Okay. And this is regardless of their effect on nutritional status. Okay, the demands of people nowadays, they want to have a food, they want to have convenience food, fast food, and etc. So bagi food company, sebab itulah orang kata kalau nak bisnes dalam industri makanan memang takkan kerugian lah, because of the demand of the people nowadays. And mulalah start advertising and also public relations, and the food company working tirelessly to convince the governments, officials, nutritional professionals. Okay, they will invite the nutritionists to convince that, okay, macam Milo tu tadi, bagi Nestle tadi, our product is a healthy product, it's a good product, panggil media, and then promote that the product is health, or at least do not harm the people. Okay, they try to manipulate, okay, and then of course dia akan support by nutritionists and etc. So people will trust the food company and buy the foods. Okay, so all these things actually, okay, most of this orang kata scenario ataupun all this framework, all this strategy ni semua ni, it is virtually invisible part of contemporary culture that actually attract only occasional notice. Okay. And most of us, we believe that kita choose makanan because of personal taste, because of the convenience, because of the cost, but actually we don't realize that we buy the food because we have been manipulated by the advertisings. Sometimes it's not because we want to buy that things, because of convenience. Okay, ada orang sanggup, orang kata beli pergi jauh just to taste the food. And sometimes it's not because of the cost. Sometimes people tak tengok pun makanan, harga, as long as they get the food. This is because of the promotion, okay, because of the advertisings. The example that I give to you is the current or latest one is about the Women's Day hari tu kan. Macam-macam saya dapat WhatsApp daripada food company, Women's Day buy one lah. Okay, you can see that macam McDonald ni dia promote that only 3 ringgit and 80 cents. Or chat time, buy 2 or 50%, all about food, and because they know that women loves food. And these are all we cannot deny, because we have been manipulated by advertising and other marketing practices. And another thing is that nutrition scientists and practitioners typically they believe that the food companies are genuinely interested in improving health. Dan sebab itulah they think that it makes sense to work with the industry to help people to improve their diets, and most outreach by suggestion that food industry sponsorship into the research or programs might influence what they do or say. Okay, macam video sebelum ni kalau you tengok Nestle, they have the foundations, they have the grant, they have a special grants, okay, for the nutritionists, for the researchers to look at, and of course selalunya projek-projek diorang adalah menjerumus kepada to promote their products. Okay, so this is the way how the food industry influence our nutrition health, from the food supply yang terlampau banyak, okay, and then because the affluent, because of the advertising dan sebagainya, and this is because of yang menyebabkan, okay, macam mana industri ni secara perlahan-perlahan telah mempengaruhi pemakanan dan kesihatan of the. And most food company, they official, they will maintain that any product can be included in the balanced, varied and moderate diet. And this is the one that we have discussed just now in the previous video about how Asia's country nutritionistic money from food giants. When they talk about, they say about nutritionists, it's actually they are talking about Malaysia punya Malaysian Nutrition Society. And what happened that they say that their companies are helping to promote good health, and when they fund the activities of nutrition professionals, this is the one that we highlighted. Okay, you can go to this website here. Okay, this is the one that the person comments, okay, about on how Nestle they sponsored most of the nutritionists, the Nutrition Society of Malaysia in terms of research and etc. Okay. And next we look at into what marketing imperatives. Okay, this is the one that you need to be alert on how, because this marketing imperatives yang membuatkan kita terikat dengan rules and regulations by the companies that sometimes kita kena terpaksa neglect our consumers' health. Okay, so in order to sell product, the company they must be appeal. Okay, they must be appeal to the reasons why people choose to eat one food rather than another. That's the process. Okay, and then the reasons are numerous and of course complex and not always understood, mainly because kita as consumer, kita yang select the food within the context of the social, economic, cultural environment in which we live. Okay. So when food or money is scarce, people do not have the luxury of choice. And for much of the world's population, the first consideration, okay, is getting enough food regardless of the price. Okay, and to meet our biological needs for energy and also for the nutrients. And zaman dulu, we consume what we call as a traditional plant-based diets. Okay, that is consumed by the poor in many countries. Okay, ideally to suit their nutritional requirements, their nutrition needs, as long as the calorie intake is adequate. So they are more focusing on the traditional plant-based diets. However, because of the globalizations that we have learned before, once people are become better off compared to the previous zaman datuk nenek kita, they are observed to enter what we call as nutrition transition. We are more for kita pergi ke arah more to westernized diet, okay, in which people will abandon the traditional plant-based diet and they begin eating more meat, they are beginning eat more fat and also more processed food. So this is the results of what we call a sharp increase in obesity and also related chronic diseases. And when we talk about nutrition transition, apa yang menyebabkan nutrition transition ni adalah refleks kepada gaya kita, our taste preferences and also our economic. So they are the two factors yang actuallynya yang menyebabkan this nutrition transition. Okay. Satu because of kita dah ada development of our taste. Kita dah dipengaruhi oleh westernized diet. So we are more focusing on the taste preferences. And macam saya cakap tadi, ekonomi semakin bagus. Okay, taraf kehidupan manusia semakin meningkat. So that's why it happens the nutrition transition. So this nutrition transition again actually dia adalah reflects kepada both the taste preferences and also the economics. Okay. And bila dah banyak food preferences, taste preferences and economic, okay, from the plant-based diet just now, they switch into the meat, fat and processed food. Jadi kita punya food system kita akan berubah. Our food chain, food system akan berubah. Berubah dari segi macam mana? Dulu we are focusing more kepada plant punya in terms of farming, but now people are focusing more kepada food animals. Okay, so what they have to spend on their feedlots, they eat grains. Okay, and their food animal is they feed lots of grains. Okay, which make meat more expensive to produce and converts it into a marker of prosperity. So people will look at that, oh, orang makan daging ni adalah orang-orang yang kaya. So when the people have access to meat, okay, they usually do not return back to all the traditional plant-based diet. Okay, and unless they are forced to do so by the economical reversal or are convinced to do so for reasons of religion, culture or health. So when food is plentiful and people can't afford to buy it, the basic biological needs become less compelling, and then the principal determinant of food choice is more kepada personal preference. In turn, this personal preference, okay, akan maybe be influenced by religion and also other cultural factors, as well as by considerations of convenience, because of the price and because of the nutritional value. So, and then you nak tahu, actually for the food industries, marketing imperative principally concerned 4 factors. Okay, satu taste, they are concerned about taste, about the cost, okay, about the convenience and also public confusions. So this is the 4 factors that like macam what, okay, but the public confusions is one of the food industry's marketing imperative that they have concern about these 4: taste, cost, convenience and also public confusion. Okay, because what? Because taste, they make food sweet ataupun fat or salty. Kalau cost, they added value but keep the prices low. In terms of convenience, because it make eating fast. And then confusion, okay, because they keep the public puzzled about the food. Pandai, okay. Orang yang this is the strategy of the food companies. It's not new, but this is their marketing strategy.